In the obscured corners of the internet lies the dark web, a place where anonymity serves both as a shield for freedom and a weapon for wrongdoing. Among its most heinous misuses is human trafficking, a modern form of slavery that thrives on secrecy and exploitation. This video delves into how human traffickers exploit the dark web to conduct their operations away from the prying eyes of law enforcement, and what measures are being taken to dismantle these hidden networks and rescue their victims. Understanding the dark web. The dark web refers to a part of the internet that is intentionally hidden from standard search engines and accessible only through specialized software like Tor, which anonymizes user identities and locations. This segment of the internet offers users complete anonymity and privacy, which can be utilized for both legitimate and illicit purposes. Its structure is built upon layered encryption, commonly known as onion routing, which enables a secure and private communication channel resistant to surveillance and tracking. While the dark web serves as a haven for whistleblowers, privacy advocates, and those under oppressive regimes to communicate securely, it also provides a shadowy marketplace for illegal activities, including human trafficking. Traffickers exploit this anonymity to operate away from the watchful eyes of law enforcement, creating hidden sites to conduct transactions involving human exploitation, all shielded by the complex layers of the dark web. The scale of human trafficking on the dark web. The scale of human trafficking on the dark web is alarmingly extensive, reflecting a significant global challenge. The anonymity provided by dark web platforms facilitates the operation of illicit marketplaces where human beings are bought and sold like commodities. These hidden markets offer a disturbing array of services, from the trafficking of adults and children for sexual exploitation to forced labor and even organ trade. Estimates vary due to the secretive nature of these transactions, but investigations often uncover large networks of users and traffickers, indicating that thousands of victims are being trafficked online each year. Law enforcement agencies and watchdog groups consistently report new cases, underscoring the persistent and pervasive nature of this dark trade. This hidden economy not only highlights the dark uses of advanced technology, but also emphasizes the ongoing struggle against human trafficking in a digital age. Anonymity and exploitation. The anonymity granted by the dark web is a double-edged sword, providing a shield for privacy and free speech while simultaneously facilitating exploitation and criminal activities. In the context of human trafficking, the dark web's capacity for anonymity allows traffickers to operate with a reduced risk of detection, making it a preferred medium for illegal transactions. Traffickers use encrypted websites and forums to advertise and sell their victims to an anonymous audience, often using cryptocurrency to further obscure their identities and financial trails. This layer of secrecy makes it incredibly challenging for authorities to track and dismantle trafficking operations, as traditional investigative techniques are often ineffective against the sophisticated encryption technologies employed on the dark web. Consequently, while anonymity can protect vulnerable individuals in some scenarios, it also significantly complicates efforts to combat grave crimes like human trafficking. Recruitment and sale techniques. On the dark web, human traffickers employ various recruitment and sale techniques that exploit its secretive nature. Recruitment often occurs through deceptive means, where victims are lured with promises of employment, education, or a better life, only to find themselves sold on hidden marketplaces. These dark websites feature listings that are chillingly akin to retail platforms, where victims are displayed with descriptions and prices. Traffickers use coded language and secure payment methods, including cryptocurrencies, to conduct transactions that are difficult for law enforcement to trace. The sale processes are systematically organized, with ratings and feedback mechanisms similar to those found on conventional e-commerce sites, but for nefarious purposes. This structured approach to selling human beings underscores the brutal and businesslike efficiency of trafficking networks operating via the dark web. Cryptocurrencies and illicit trade. Cryptocurrencies play a pivotal role in facilitating illicit trade on the dark web, including human trafficking, due to their perceived anonymity and ease of cross-border transactions. Digital currencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Monero are commonly used by traffickers and buyers to execute quick and ostensibly untraceable financial exchanges. These cryptocurrencies provide a layer of privacy that traditional banking systems do not, making it challenging for authorities to track the flow of money directly linked to criminal activities. The blockchain technology underlying these currencies records all transactions publicly, but the parties involved are represented by pseudonymous addresses, complicating efforts to link identities to criminal actions. International law enforcement efforts. International law enforcement efforts to combat human trafficking on the dark web are increasingly coordinated and sophisticated, involving agencies such as Interpol, the FBI, and Europol. These organizations collaborate across borders to share intelligence, conduct joint operations, and develop strategies to penetrate the encrypted layers of the dark web. Notable successes include operations like Operation Disruptor and Operation Pacifier, which have led to the shutdown of large trafficking networks and the arrest of numerous suspects worldwide. These operations often leverage technology such as blockchain analysis tools to trace cryptocurrency transactions back to their sources, helping to identify perpetrators. Additionally, international legal frameworks and treaties are continually being updated to address the challenges posed by digital crimes, enhancing the ability to prosecute offenders under universal jurisdictions that transcend individual countries' laws. This global approach is crucial in dismantling networks that operate beyond the reach of any single nation's legal system. Challenges in combating dark web trafficking. Combating human trafficking on the dark web presents formidable challenges due to the inherent anonymity and global nature of the internet. Traffickers exploit encrypted platforms and sophisticated technologies to operate beyond the reach of traditional law enforcement tools. The use of Tor and similar services anonymizes user activity, making it difficult to trace individuals involved in trafficking. Furthermore, the international aspect of the dark web complicates jurisdictional and legal challenges, as perpetrators often operate across multiple countries, each with its own set of laws and regulations regarding cybercrime. Another significant hurdle is the technological expertise required to navigate and investigate the dark web, demanding specialized skills and continuous training for law enforcement personnel. These factors combine to make the dark web a particularly elusive arena for tracking and prosecuting human traffickers, requiring ongoing advancements in technology and international cooperation to effectively address these crimes. Role of NGOs and advocacy groups. NGOs and advocacy groups play a crucial role in combating human trafficking on the dark web by filling gaps that traditional law enforcement cannot always address. These organizations provide vital resources, including education, advocacy, and direct support for victims. They work to raise awareness about the dangers of the dark web and human trafficking through outreach programs and collaborations with schools, communities, and governments. Additionally, NGOs often participate in or facilitate training for law enforcement, providing expertise on the latest technologies and methodologies used by traffickers. They also create platforms for victims to report crimes anonymously, helping to gather intelligence that can lead to investigations and rescues. Technological advances in fighting trafficking. Technological advances are crucial in the fight against human trafficking on the dark web, as they enhance the capabilities of law enforcement to detect and disrupt illegal activities. Tools such as artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning are increasingly employed to analyze vast amounts of data quickly, identifying patterns and connections that might indicate trafficking networks. Advanced algorithms can also monitor cryptocurrency transactions, a common method of payment on the dark web, to trace funds back to their source and uncover the identities of individuals involved in trafficking. Additionally, digital forensic technologies allow experts to recover data from encrypted devices, providing critical evidence for prosecutions. That's all for today's video. Hopefully you have gained knowledge from this. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful content on crucial global issues. Together, we can shed light on the shadows of the web and help secure a safer digital world for future generations.